Anurag.
Good morning, sir.
So today at the outset, I'd like to congratulate you for getting All India rank in CA finals, a good achievement to kickstart your career. Today we'll be discussing about your journey. Let's start with discussing ourselves.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Anurag Gupta. I have cleared recently the CA final examination with All India rank 50.
Great. I'm Deepam. I'm a partner with KPC. Now a regular on this channel, so I think it's okay for me to skip my introduction. Uh, Good. So let's start with, AIR 50. How does it feel? Because I remember we were at that some cake cutting event or something when you had just returned after your exam leave, and we first interacted after that, and you told that AIR Pakko, like you were confident of getting an AIR. So just give me a sense of how it feels of achieving what you were set to.
It feels so great that to get the All India rank that I have missed the All India rank in intern. So it was the hunger inside me to get the All India rank in CA final examination. So I was confident that I will score All India rank.
That's great. So, like I just had a, I just saw a video today morning itself, and where I heard that it's the festival of kite flying, right? So, what is kite flying and how does it relate to some sort of a leadership lesson or just a general life lesson? Was that when you actually fly the kite, right? You hold your head very high, but you always have your feet on the ground. So that's kind of the humility in approaching success. And whom would you like to attribute your success to?
I would like to attribute my success to first my family. Cause sorry, they have contributed me a lot. Like they even given me a single pressure. They ask "Okay, what will be my result? How are you preparing? They didn't even ask once. It's they told like जो करना है कर ले, सी करना है कर, नहीं करना है नहीं पसंद आ रहा है छोड़ दे. They have given me that freedom to choose my career.
So their support was immense.
Yes, the support from my family was too good.
Great. So I think you are one of those lucky ones who actually prepared for the exam and also did your entire articleship staying with the family, right?
Yes, yes.
So I think that gives you a slight edge, I would say, because a lot of people just move from
Ano-
smaller towns to bigger towns in pursuit of good coaching classes, good articleship opportunities, and that's kind of somewhere socially taxing. Staying alone away from family at a tender age of 19, I would say it's a good sacrifice that they kind of have. So do you think that this is an advantage for you?
Yes, I think this is for me, it is the biggest advantage because if I go to another city, my mind was only on that what is happening in my house. Like I was very comfortable in my house itself.
Correct.
Although it's have lots of emergings for
Hmm.
me that still I was very comfortable with my peoples, I can say.
Correct.
It was very comfort.
So I think that actually helps, right? So just taking it forward, do you think today in the era of so many digital lectures being available and certain firms offering work from home articleship opportunities, do you really think that is it a necessity for people to move to cities or places where they get in-person classes and in-person articleship experience?
So first, let me tell about the in-person lecture. I am kind of a person who are not having control on myself.
Hmm.
So for myself, the in-person lectureship was compulsory because I am not that kind of person who will sit in hours for 3 or 2 hours and my focus wholly on be on video lecture.
Correct. So in AI are saying that I still need to be motivated with my entire class and not not alone.
Yes, I need someone besides me so I can tell whatever is happening. I am getting the concept or not, what I'm feeling, doing some musty or kind of that. I need that environment to study, not some serious environment with home 2 to 3 hours continuously focusing on phone. It's not possible for me.
Okay. So, just going shifting gears to the past. What made you choose CA as a career?
My mom's trade.
Your mom's dream.
Yes. Uh, it's a very interesting story that after 10th, I have got 79 percentage that time. So I was decided I want to become a software engineer and chosen science as a stream. But at the time of admission itself, don't know where I realized I need to take commerce. And I take decision in that 10 minutes that I need to take commerce. I have deposited the fees also
Yeah.
of the science stream. Admission form was also filled, but then I changed my decision in that 10 minutes. Don't know what happened, but I choose commerce. And my mummy's dream was to see me as a chartered accountant, and it is fulfilled now.
So your mom would be very happy right now.
Yes, my whole family, mom, Nana, Nani was very happy at that time.
Great.
They didn't expected a rank.
Yeah, so I think that is the icing on the cake.
There are no chartered accountants in my family. My family was in business field, so they don't know such thing as all India rank, that thing. But they are very proud that I got all over
Yeah,
their rank.
that's a great achievement. Indeed, I am also very proud about it. So just to understand, I want to also even know today that I have been like a chartered accountant 10 years back. I had a particular course that I studied, and there were like, I think revision test papers or RTPs and all those things that we used to refer to. And I was a module guy. I did not have much of reference books except for a couple of them, but largely I did module and RTPs and just gave the exam. Now, if I were to take today's scenario, what is the curriculum right now?
For CA final, for myself, it was 8 paper, but from next attempt, it was changed to 6 papers, 6 main papers, and 4 self-paced module.
Okay,
Self-paced module, like you have to read it yourself. There are 2 compulsory self-paced module that ICI will give you, and there are 2 optional that subject you have to choose yourself. It includes risk management and psychology also.
okay. So now there are 10 papers, if I understand it
Yes,
correctly,
overall 10 papers.
and so that's going to change overall. Means from 8 that you were, it will now move into 10.
10.
So would that 10 be all written examination?
No, only six are written examination. 4 self-paced module are to be given on examination centers, but in MCQ mode. Virtual in like how CAT and CMAT happens.
Okay, the digital paper
Yes, digital
and
paper.
MCQ based negative marking,
Fully MCQ based.
negative marking.
It is not cleared from ICI
It
yet.
is not yet clear. Okay. So, what is your overall understanding or outlook towards still the paper not being open book? Means as you would have possibly heard from me over the 3 years, I am a strong advocate of open book examination, right? Because in real life, what happens is that nobody calls me up, even from my clients, and expect that you just, kind of give me an answer right now. And as a professional, also, I know that laws are so dynamic and changing every now and then. I would also not give an answer just over the phone to a client saying that, okay, this is how it would happen, largely because I know that laws evolve, laws change, and there may be something that would have come overnight. At least let's just refer it once more before giving out an advice on which some action or inaction is to be done. So, how is why is the curriculum, because it's a bulky curriculum, right? And in real life, I don't see memory playing a very good or any
That was
function in our overall life, that you memorize things and that helps you in any way. You should understand things, and I am more of a believer that understanding things is more better, is better than kind of remembering things.
memorizing.
Yeah. So what's your view on it, and how did your memory help you in these 3 hours?
Like my memory was so weak if it is a case of rectification that what student says. But I think there is only one paper which requires so much of rectification, that is only audit. And
Mm.
I think it's not purely rectification. If you have done in your articleship or anywhere in practical life, then it gets sort of easier. And for me, it was easier. Scoring 40 was easy in audit. I have scored 69. That's a very good achievement. It is because of I have faced in practical life the words, the process that every student says it is just theory. But no, we follow in our practical life also. And for sorry, for open book examination, I might say I have given one open book examination. So it is like it is more time consuming. So if you give an option to student that he have one option without book and second with book, I think he will choose without book.
Mm-hmm.
Because uh, I have same paper. First paper was financial reporting in days, and paper six was GFRS. It was IFRS. So almost similar paper, but I think GFRS was too time consuming. If I had given a book, so I will only find out the question, and I will copy paste from that book. But if it is in case of FR, I need to apply my mind that first what index, what is the procedures, and but it depends on how ICI selects paper, how it makes question paper.
Correct. I am only of the view that raw form should be available. For example, if I am referring to, say, auditing, then standards on auditing text you give to everyone. How would that not help? Remembering everything conceptually, you are aware, right? You don't have to write it down, because for me to judge a person on those 3 hours of evaluation, because a lot of things can happen. So I am a November 2013 guy, and that was 3% result. And at that time, what happened is that the first paper was accounts, FR, or
Yes.
whatever it was. Name I don't remember, but that was accounting, right? It was such a paper. It was psychologically very taxing. So the first paper was so bad for a lot of people, and a few of my friends even dropped to give the second examination because the first paper went so bad.
Same in case of mine. November
So
23 examination.
essentially, what happens is that those 3 hours are your judgment call. Those 3 hours define whether you are going to be a chartered accountant or not. And those 3 hours of memory recall. So that's, for me, it's something which is, kind of a thing that I am not very comfortable with, because, you know, uh, exams are a part of life, but preparation, learning, I think that's more important to make you the person you would definitely become in life. So that's my take on it. But obviously, exams are there, and how would you otherwise, kind of
Evaluate.
evaluate or qualify people into profession? My only view is that open books are more, at least allowing people to move outside the memory function.
Yes, I think they can give the raw text or raw index or raw essay for your reference to refer. But I think it is might be most students will not use it because of the time constraint.
Hmm. So, what do you think right now? Largely in practical life, we are all on keyboards,
Yes.
right? So, how was your writing experience? Because if I am asked today to write something, it is kind of, my hand would start paining. I wouldn't be able to write for 3 years, but if you ask me to type for 3 years, I'll be a faster typist than be a writer.
Yes, the same happened with me because in articleship, while I was solving any question from home, I will do it on laptop in Excel. It was too easy for me to get to this just for type the
Yeah.
formula, just to create a format for one question, and you have to type just the sequence of the data of the other question. It gets solved automatically. So after 2 years, when I got on a exam leave, it was too tough to me to write one paper. I remember I wrote the paper of the costing. It was too lengthy. So my hand was literally paining, and I didn't study for next one day because it was so much paining in my hand. But I have after that I write one paper in each every week. So to get that written practice.
Yeah, practice, I think that is what would make you uh, ready for the main thing, right? So, how was Diwali of 2023? Because it was in middle of the
Yes.
examination, right? You are one of those lucky guys who had only one Diwali to spare, kind of uh, one attempt and you are done. So, how was Diwali of 2023?
My kind of deal that I was regretting all the in that festival because I am very socialized person. Everyone comes at your home and it's like great atmosphere for me. Uh, my family meets only two occasion, whole family. First is Raksha Bandhan and second is Bhai Dooj.
Hmm.
So on next day of Bhai Dooj, it was GST. I think I should go my home, meet someone. I have met the two or three people. I decided I will go in 15 minutes. But I spared that time of 4 to 5 hours before GST examination. So after that 4 to 5 hours, it was like tremendous pressure that there are lots of chapters in GST. How will I do it? That and that. So Diwali was
So
kind
at
of
least you enjoyed Diwali, right? You spent four,
yes,
four,
yes,
5 hours
yes.
with your family, and I
With
think
him exactly.
it allowed you to rejuvenate before the examination. That might just be a though you might have felt pressure after it, at least those 4 or 5 hours of enjoyment were really something that would have rejuvenated you for the rest of the papers. And what was your score in GST?
My score was above 60. I have scored
Ah,
exemption.
so
It was because of that 4 to 5 hours because I was in a chill mode. It was the last paper, so I was just going through the books or note
hmm.
from above. So if that 4 to 5 hours weren't there, I wasn't more focused. I can't give more focus to GST because of that 4 to 5 hour. I was scored that much.
Hmm.
It gave me some relaxation there in my
So
mind.
did you go to a library to study or you studied at home?
No, I studied at home. I
Study.
have a family of around 30 to 40 people. So it was not so easy for me to get the focus. You can study 3 to 4 hours straight because there is 4 to 5 children and they do musty every time.
Yeah,
But it was benefit for me also. I didn't get too pressure or I one of many of my friend was in dilemma that we have to study 12 to 14 hours every day. So it was kind of tired for them. But I didn't get tired because I have this one for entertainment, for some
yeah. So
relaxation.
at least you could take breaks.
Yes, yes. And I have taken enough breaks in my whole study leave.
True, right. So again, so for me, the success mantra is learning a bit of intelligence, which is the speed of learning
Yes,
and execution. So this is like a triangle for me. Learning, obviously, little bit intelligence because you have to learn fast.
yes, yes.
Learning intelligence and execution. So this triangle for me is a success mantra. So what is the success mantra for you?
I would like to add two things. First is connecting.
Mm-hmm.
That to connect everything that I used to connect FR with my articleship experience. I used to connect audit with my articleship experience. I used to connect one chapter with another chapter, one scenario with another scenario, and that helps you a lot to connect everything. And you will enjoy that. Yes, I have connected everything. I have done that in articleship. So it will help you to remember that. Yes, that I have done one itself in my paper or in my practical life. And second thing is enjoying.
Hmm.
I
I know.
I prefer that part to along with study. You should be relaxed in your mind. Do what your heart says. I take like it was kind of reward system for me. In every Saturday from 1st to July, I go to a theater to watch a movie. Every Saturday. It was kind of reward for me to study 6 days.
No, I think breaks are very important. But at the same time, when you mention, I even know that you are a person who advocates enjoying the journey, right? For you, the journey is good, it's short, it's one attempt and it's done. But for those who have the journey which is very long, and it's the same journey again and again, which is a repetitive journey, if you embark on new journeys, that's obviously enjoyable. But if you have the same journey to do every day, again and again, how would a person enjoy it?
That's I have faced this situation at the time of COVID
Mhm.
because my attempt was cancelled. So I was broken from inside that I have prepared itself that I need to again read that eight subjects at the time of intermediate. But at that time, enjoying is you must enjoy with people, not to the situations. So if you are having some good bunch of people, then you can enjoy every time, I can say. I have enjoyed during my CPT era, intermediate era, and as well as final era. Because I have that kind of friends who are with me, whom I can enjoy, whom I can rank, whom I have ranked them so much. I was the
I
most
understand, but see,
notorious.
in your journey, everybody's attempt got cancelled, right? So you
Yes,
all were in the same journey
yes,
again. But in this, what happens is that some of your friends would not have cleared.
yes, yes,
There might be some people who wouldn't have cleared. Now, for them, the journey is repeating. For you, there's a new journey.
yes.
So now for them, the bunch of people that you refer to with whom you can enjoy are no longer there because they have moved on. So for them, even this part is not available. So it's very tough, I would say, for a person to be giving it for the second time and becoming a smaller population because some of the friends would clear, some of the friends wouldn't clear, etc. So it's, I think, very difficult, and just clearing in the first attempt itself is such a blessing for, I wouldn't say any career opportunities or stuff, because I don't say, again, my view is that those 3 hours can't define anyone. But again, it's so beneficial for the overall state of things, kind of having the same friend circle going forward, or at least all of the other things that come with the advantage of just clearing a chartered accountancy course. You don't have to study again, which is, I think, uh, it's
Very true.
lifelong learning, but at least it's not for those 3 hours, it's kind of for your practice or for your profession. So I would say, yeah, it's very difficult to kind of not clear, and it's heartbreaking at the least, I would say. Luckily, I also have never experienced it. But it's kind of just thinking about it and seeing others go through that journey is very difficult, and it's something that kind of breaks us also. That how
But
our
it also gives you motivation that my friends are passed, so I need to score at least to 200 or 400, whichever group. So it's kind of motivation, and I am also having friend not who are not get the success, but I support them too much. I call around every week once to update what's the timetable, what's the planning you have done. So it kind of you have need to have with the good friends or good people.
correct. So now, what was your favorite subject?
My my favorite subject, as everyone know, it is FR. Index. I have gone in practical life in articleship deep dive into the index. So I am very hungry from inside to know every index from each and every perspective, each and every industry's perspective.
Mm. So, were you able to revise the entire course before the examination? Or because it's a massive course, right? And you get, I think, 2 days still. There's one holiday, one exam, one holiday, one
One
exam. So you effectively get 48 minus 3, 45 hours in which you have to sleep, do your normal activities, etc. So that leaves you with what? 25 hours?
around I have calculated once it was 20 to 25. Because I
Between,
am not a
yeah.
person who can study 12 hours or 14
Yeah,
hours.
plus you have to commute for the exam hall and stuff and all
Yes,
of
yes,
that. Plus reach a little bit early for the exam. 15 minutes, they still give the paper earlier.
yes, yes.
So all of that,
To read the
yeah,
question
read the
paper.
question. So essentially put all of that, you have 20 to 25 hours in which you have to revise the entire curriculum. How? And Were you able to do it, first of all?
For some subjects, I am not able to do it. So, in case of audit was my least favorite subject, kind of. So, I have started audit from exam leaves day one till the end of the day. Most of people what do last 10 days, before 10 days of exam, they started doing FR. That's first paper.
Hmm.
So what I have done, I have done FR 6 to 7 hours a day from in last 10 days, and 2 to 3 hours I gave to the audit because I have fear in that I can fail into audit. That's only one subject. I have fear of that kind of that I might get to fail in this subject.
So now a few things, right? You have done articleship with us. You prepared for the exams along with articleship. I would like to know, and you also got an All India rank. I would like to know essentially as to how did you prepare for the exams? Should it be one subject at a time or multiple subjects in a day or a week? Should it be, kind of paper writing more and reading less? Because once you have already gone through the course, essentially it's about paper writing. Or what is what is it that would make a person get that output?
My kind of advice is you should, if you are reading first time, then you should go for only one subject. So not to correlate or not to divert your focus into other subjects. But if you are revising second or third time, you should go with two subjects. Uh, I gave time of one subject per week, so I need to complete two subjects in span of 2 weeks. Uh, I combined some that sort of subjects that were like FM, FR, and audit, SM, and DT. One small subject and one that I don't have that grip in that subject. So it was like 70% in that subject which I don't have a grip, and 30% on a subject that I know that I have a grip on that.
Okay, so essentially easy subjects, which are
Yes,
kind of the subjects in which you are personally interested, you allot little time because you
yes,
know that you will be able to be self-motivated enough to work on that. And for the rest of the subjects where you know that you don't find the motivation yourself, you kind of put time blocks and get 70% done there.
yes. For my timetable, kind of that. First, I have done the revision of financial reporting just only one time. I have done. And in case of audit, I have done that almost 6 to 7 times. I have continuously read the audit throughout my articleship also, throughout my exam leave also. And one thing I want to advise that if there is one subject you have to fear, like I have in audit, please keep doing it. So you want to you will be able to score that much. I have scored around 69, and that was my second highest in any subject in CA final. And another, my I have fear in DT because I have done articleship in audit, so I don't have that practical exposure of DT, and it was in intermediate also. I was having fear of DT test. DT is so vast, lots of section. Even after uh, the Income Tax Act was in 1961, there are so much ambiguity currently also. So I was having very fear. So what I have done that before articleship, before exam leave and during articleship, I have completed my DT overall subject, overall course of direct taxes almost 3 to 4 times with uh, sums and overall practice. So it helped me a lot to in exam leave. I have covered only once direct taxes.
So how has been your articleship experience with KPC?
My articleship experience was too good because in FR, in audit, if we see from the perspective of CA final, it helped me a lot from theoretic perspective, from from scoring perspective in CA final. Because in FR also I am too much interested in index due to my articleship. In my articleship, I have faced so many like ambiguities in index. I have to read whole 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 bare indices, and it was kind of very best for me to learn from that bare text, interpret that bare text of indices. And in audit subject also, whenever I am learning audit, I can connect to the dots that yes, I have done that chapter. Yes, I have done corporate governance. Yes, I have done internal controls. That theory perspective, that process part, I have done in real life also. So many of the students' concern is that they haven't done this type of audit. This type of audit mostly that is theoretical audit. Most of the firms, I can say, they are not following these practices. There is only vouching and verification. But in here, I can say the whole audit process is from planning to conclusion, from documentation. I have done everything in practical life. So from scoring, it was
And
very
I think
great.
you were also a part of our PPR exercise,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Professional process re-engineering that we did. So I think that was also something good that we kind of completely over.
I have ranked my essays from Theros.
Yeah. So what was the most challenging assignment that you were on during your articleship? What was the main learning that you had from that challenging assignment?
The most challenging assignment I can say is XBRL filing of last year. It was like after hectic season of tax audit, there was 7 to 8 assignments, I think, and it's all new. So I have to do of previous year also. And I have said to sir कि सर मेरे से नहीं होगा ये, मैं 12 से 15 घंटे भी काम करूंगा तो I can not do that. But sir and my seniors told me that you can do it, just try to do it. And yes, in that it is a work of almost 2 months or 1.5 months, but we have done it in 22 days around. So I got learning from time management and multitasking that time, and to handle that tremendous pressure, and to be confident on myself that yes, I can do it. It was a learning kind of काम करो फल की चिंता मत करो.
Yeah, that's very well said. So how did your team help you to grow as a professional?
Like I can say my seniors were the bested seniors. If I talk about Divya Bhaiya, if I talk about Sabil Bhaiya, Kaushik Bhaiya, they were too good at everything. If I can say from Divya Bhaiya, I have taken uh, communication skills. His communication skills was too good. Like I don't know how, but in CA, I haven't seen that in students that they have that kind of communication skill with everyone. They get familiar with everyone. From Swami here, I have learned that technicality like Excel, PowerPoint, and everything. From Kaushik Bhaiya, I have learned one of the best things is that for every problem, you must go to the root. If there is one problem, uh, he can't he goes to root of that problem and solve from each, although it takes very time, but you are clear from your mind that I know everything about that problem.
So I remember in our Saturday trainings, you have also demonstrated image lookup,
Yes.
right? So have you always been an Excel geek, or that was something that you could pick up from Somil, or how was your Excel journey?
I was not that kind of digital because in my school also I have lastly used the computer in 8th standards. After that I haven't used computer, or I don't have laptop in my home also. And after in C also, in my after completing intermediate there was IT training, and for me it was online because that was the COVID era. So I just used to get complete sleep in that training. So I have learned all my Excels, PowerPoint, and all these technical skills in my articleship. The Somil Bhaiya, they have learned me the lots of things in Excel. And I am also excited to learn new things from Google, or used to automate everything in what in practical life in my article in different kinds. I used to automate. something in Excel with formulas, different kinds of formulas I teach or I learn.
So, any final words of wisdom that you want to give to who has been listening to us for the entire length of our
For BA
conversation?
final students, I can say that don't be too don't be too serious in CA final, and you must learn from your articleship, or you must learn from your articleship. Like very student says कि काश डमी कर ली होती और साथ में स्टडी की होती, it was beneficial, but I think it is the worst decision they can take.
Hmm. Okay, so for me, one advice that I always give everyone is because I'll give you my background. I had been AIR 19 in Inter and AIR 5 in CS final, right? And that's when uh, that entire thing kicked in me that I can now be AIR 1 in CA final. So I removed and I kind of re-navigated my entire efforts towards AIR 1 rather than enjoying the process of learning. And that's when in CA final I did not score at all. It's kind of I cleared in the first attempt, but I was nowhere in the AIR 1 to 50. That was the first time I realized that, enjoy the journey more than focus on the end target. And I would, and that coming in so early in my professional life as a learning has been one of the greatest learnings I carry till now. And that helps me stay grounded every time, even when I kind of deal in my professional work, when I see people acting foolish, I never feel that, okay, they don't know how to do things or something. I just kind of encourage them to learn more, upgrade themselves and put my perspective forward, not putting into a judgmental situation that, okay, those guys don't know or I don't know or me, whatever it is. So eliminating that from my life, 10 years back has been a very good thing that allows me to enjoy the entire journey. And there's always a pursuit of excellence that I kind of follow, but that's where I also stay humble on my learnings from the past. So I think those are my closing remarks. And if you have,
It was also same with me that in intermediate, there is a my attempt was deferred to the next attempt. So I was very overconfident, I can say at that time, that I have read almost 3 to 4 times everything, so I don't need to study further.
hmm,
But my score was good, but it wasn't AIR.
hmm,
I was expecting that time AIR also. But in final, that the mistake made me realize that don't be so overconfident. Read everything from a newcomer's perspective. It will give you every time something new to learn.
great. Anurag, thanks for sharing your journey on today's, KPC conversation. And all the best for the future.
Thank you, sir.
And it was a great, sharing experience today. So thanks, and I think we'll close it here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for inviting me as a guest.
Sure.